Travis and Taylor? Are they still together?
I can confirm they are. They're thriving, except for the fact that we see them walk out of restaurants from time to time, and I have them screen saved on my phone in a special album.
Are they married?
They are not married. There is no further updates on their relationship.
Okay, our girl Taylor isn't just music goddess. She's also been dabbling hard in all things football, mixing music and football in ways we didn't even suspect, all the while building strong bonds with the families of Chief stars, all the while cheering on her boo Mr. Travis. I mean, throughout the last NFL season, Swift's game day suite has been in focus, hosting not just her family, but also fellow NFL besties like Brittany Mahomes, and even BFFs outside the football like ahem, a certain Blake Lively and Caitlin Clark. Taylor and Brittany's friendship in particular has also blossomed with sweet moments that we could never forget, like the adorable shared handshakes, heartfelt post-victory hugs, and invites to star-studded girls' nights. But before we get to Brittany, there are some other names I have to drop. But first, let's get one thing straight. Taylor Swift didn't just date a football player. She didn't just join the WAG ranks. She colonized the NFL's most sacred brotherhood and made it sparkle, with glitter, red lipstick, and a camera-ready posse of coordinated outfits and game day selfies. So before I get into her friendship with Brittany, let's first talk about the rest of her WAGs crew. According to Sherelle Rosado, former fiancé of NFLer Chad Ochocinco Johnson and star of WAGs to Riches, yes, that's a real title, and yes, we're all living in a simulation, Taylor basically gentrified the WAG community. In the best way. The moment she started dating Chiefs tight end and boyfriend of the year Travis Kelce in the summer of 2023, the world collectively stopped and realized, oh, this is what it looks like when a pop megastar infiltrates the jock kingdom. I love giving Taylor Swift as an example, Rosado gushed in a Page 6 interview that had more sparkle than a Super Bowl halftime show. Ever since her and Kelce started dating, it changed the outlook of what a WAG is. Translation, we went from Instagram model turned energy drink ambassador to Grammy-snatching billionaire who can sell out a stadium and coordinate a chic girls' night in NYC.
Today, we learned Kansas City already has a Taylor Swift of its own.
I never thought it could be a full-time job, but I'm finding out that it kind of can.
Get this guy out of here.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, your father's a weirdo.
Thanks to Taylor, the WAGs aren't just accessories to sweaty jerseys anymore. They're stars in their own right. Rosado said it best. You're now starting to see more of the wives and girlfriends doing things together more, being out there more, and showing that. Honestly, being the coordinated game day outfits and Taylor's luxury suite girls' nights, we wouldn't be surprised if there's a Real Housewives of Arrowhead Stadium spin-off brewing. Andy Cohen, call me. Rosado even floated the idea of bringing Kelce to the Miami Dolphins, presumably so Taylor can spice up South Beach with a new chapter of blonde ambition. She would shut shit down, Rosado said, confirming what we've all known since Blank Space dropped. But wait, Rosado isn't the only one from the rebranded WAGs crew now speaking up. Enter Haley Steinfeld. Before she was chasing touchdowns with Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen, Haley was baking cookies and watching cat videos with Taylor. No, seriously, that's what she told Ellen. These two go way back, like pre-Bad Blood music video back, and now they're bonding over matching NFL schedules and can't make it I'm at the game excuses. Next in, Paige Buscelli, former Miss Dallas USA turned realtor. Paige is married to former Chiefs QB Shane Buscelli, now of the Bills. She was spotted leaving Taylor's NYC pad post-game wearing a game day sweatshirt like it was couture. When TMZ snaps you exiting Taylor Swift's apartment after watching football in Germany, you've officially made it into the WAG world. Paige's Instagram caption, bye weekend but for the girls. Iconic. As for Lindsay Bell, married to Chiefs tight end Blake Bell, Lindsay is the queen of coordinated baby bump photo ops. Pregnant for most of last season, she joined Taylor and Brittany Mahomes for the now iconic WAG bump group pics. Their red teddy coat moment at Lambeau Field, instant fashion history. She's basically the serene Earth Mama of the WAG squad, but make it fashion. And in comes Miranda Hogue, who's not technically a WAG, but she's WAG adjacent, and in this league that's enough. Married to Summit Hogue, who played with Patrick Mahomes in college, Miranda is deeply embedded in Brittany Mahomes' inner circle. She met Taylor via the NFL's ultimate networking tool, Luxury Suite Girl Dinners. A bridesmaid at the Mahomes wedding, she's got receipts and probably group chat screenshots. We also have Shariah Gordon, fiancée to Chiefs wide receiver Mecole Hardman Jr. Shariah is another VIP in Taylor's NFL takeover. Post-game pics of Swift smooching Kelce with Shariah and Mecole by their side? That's not a photo, it's a moment. The women toasted the Chiefs' 5-0 streak in an Instagram story like they were celebrating a new platinum record, because that's what happens when Taylor joins your team, literally and metaphorically. Let's not forget Kylie Kelce either. When Jason Kelce went viral for going shirtless and feral during the Bills' playoff game, Kylie was quietly bonding with her soon-to-be sister-in-law, sporting a custom "all right nah" tee, Travis's catchphrase. Kylie joined Taylor at multiple games and now may or may not be running a tight end wives chapter of Swifties Anonymous. She's the cool mom of the group, sensible, savvy, and fully ready to dive into family-matching t-shirts. Shauna Weathersby, you wonder? If there's a woman who's seen it all, it's Shauna. As a longtime partner of Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones, they've been together since 2015, basically a century in NFL years. Shauna has been through 3 Super Bowl wins, 2 kids, and still manages to slay as a licensed esthetician and boss of her own boutique. She's the quiet powerhouse of the WAG crew, low-key, lethal in the lashes game, and always ready for a touchdown selfie. Last but not least, Isabel Butker. Now this is where the plot twists harder than a Taylor bridge. Isabel Butker is married to kicker Harrison Butker, who recently took the mic at Benedictine College and delivered a speech that sounded like it was ghost-written by a MAGA Twitter account. Isabel, a former college basketball star, mostly stays out of the spotlight, but her husband's political hot takes have turned her into the unwilling face of the homemaker revival movement. Not the vibe Taylor Squad usually signs up for, but hey, every friend group needs its wild card. So here we are. Taylor Swift, a 14-time Grammy winner, billionaire, and global phenomenon, has casually stepped into the NFL WAGs club and flipped the entire concept on its head. Gone are the days of barely seen, rarely heard WAGs waving from the sidelines. This is the WAG 2.0 era, complete with glam squads, baby bump collabs, choreographed exits, and Taylor Swift live tweeting your team's win. It's not just about football anymore, it's about branding, baby. And Taylor Swift didn't just elevate the WAG label, she trademarked it in red lipstick and a Cartier friendship bracelet. Next season, expect a Taylor-produced reality show, a stadium maternity fashion line, and maybe a joint baby name reveal with Brittany Mahomes, because this WAG era is just getting started and it's about to go platinum. But we still have to talk about the real MVPs of the 2025 NFL season, Taylor and Brittany. Because while Travis and Patrick were busy making plays on the field, these two queens were running the game from the sidelines with glitter, glam, and game day fierceness. What started with a surprising pairing of pop royalty and NFL wife turned into the most talked about friendship in football. And yes, I'm living for every bit of it. Let's look back. January 26, 2025. After the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Buffalo Bills in a tight AFC Championship game, Arrowhead Stadium was teeming with excitement pulsing throughout the stadium. Fireworks? Check. The confetti? Check and recheck. Travis's victory speech after the game? Check X 3 times. However, to tell you the truth, the actual show at the time was happening just off stage, when Taylor and Brittany had their very own moment worthy of being recognized as a Super Bowl contender. As if they were the protagonists of a romantic comedy directed by ESPN, Taylor threw her arms around Brittany, who was beaming while wearing her distinctive red lipstick and what was most likely a coat that cost $4,000 but was disguised as casual wear. By the time morning rolled around, Mothership Donna Kelce was giggling as if she knew she would be witnessing these moments immortalized in memes. Swift went so far as to put her arm around Brittany's neck, as if they were best friends. This occurred during a college tailgate. It was the kind of moment that you wouldn't expect to see between a global megastar and the wife of an NFL quarterback, but now that it has happened, it makes perfect sense. But Brittany, who recently gave birth to her third child, Golden Ray, yes, that is the name, and yes, I adore it, posted some pictures from the celebration that took place in the field on her Instagram story. The entire family was present, as shown by the fact that confetti was flying and Patrick was waving his trophy like the king that he is. And of course, in true Swiftie manner, Taylor had already gone all anti-Tay, as evidenced by the fact that she had apparently crafted a baby blanket by hand for Golden. Specifically, I mean, if your buddy does not hand make you a blanket with tears, glitter, and folklore energy weaved into it, does she even consider herself to be your friend? Not only does Swift provide presents, but she also carefully selects and arranges emotional heirlooms, thank you very much. And let's not behave as if this friendship appeared out of thin air, because it did not. Sorry. There were a lot of NFL games, girls' nights, and viral TikToks that helped fuel the friendship between these two starlets. This was something that had been building for months. The beginning of everything began in the summer of 2023, when Taylor's relationship with Travis turned out to be the unexpected love tale that we had no idea we needed. Not only was Taylor the queen of breakup ballads, but she was also the unofficial duchess of the National Football League all of a sudden. Enter Brittany, of course. Brittany was already doing a great job of managing the WAG group, but once Taylor entered the chat, she took it to the next level by wearing matching jackets, cheering in unison, and sitting close to the pop star at each and every Chiefs game. Let there be no confusion, these were not merely two ladies courteously applauding from the luxury room. These two were competing as if it were the Grammy Awards by throwing down. At the Christmas Day game, they wore matching Santa hats, with Patrick and Travis's jersey numbers on the brim, and they coordinated their attire in a way that screamed NFL Barbie core. Let's not forget, they also shared chuckles and secret handshakes. By October 2023, their friendship had already progressed from "we just met" to "we've planned your baby shower and I'm naming my 4th album after our group chat." This was a significant milestone in their relationship. When asked, sources couldn't stop gushing. Brittany was thrilled to be developing a genuine connection with Taylor. Her impression of Taylor was that she was sweet and down to earth. The phrase, "we actually hang out in sweatpants and eat pizza," is something that celebrities use as a code of conduct. Honestly, Brittany certainly did not anticipate that she would go from being a mother of 3 to appearing as a guest star in the friendship film universe created by Taylor the Swift, but here we are. And just like that, Brittany began being invited to Ladies' Night in New York City, where she could be spotted casually dining with the monumental likes of Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, and Sophie Turner, as if she had always been destined to be there. The NYC dinner that took place in November 2023 was more than simply a meal. It was also a coming-out party for Brittany, who was participating in the Swift squad as a card-carrying member. She went so far as to attend the Chiefs away game celebration, which took place at Taylor's residence in New York. This was due to the fact that Taylor had transformed Football Sunday into a small high-fashion event complete with refreshments. In addition, while we're discussing this fashion duo, let's not overlook the now iconic twinning and winning puffer coats that were constructed from Patrick and Kelsey's jerseys. Kristen Jusick, wife of 49ers player Kyle Jusick, crafted the custom pieces for Taylor and Brittany just in time for the wildcard game. The instant Brittany shared the picture on Instagram with the comment, "twinning and winning," it was only natural for the platform to experience a state of cardiac arrest. That picture most likely convinced you to become their buddy, even if you had previously been on the fence about it. But this friendship isn't just about the flash and glamour of the red carpet and designer sidelines. It's about providing strong emotional support. It was overheard that Taylor once said to Brittany, "You kept me so calm the last couple of weeks," after the Chiefs won the AFC thing. Honestly, I had no idea what to do. If that doesn't scream sisterhood, I don't know what does. It is almost as if you can hear the background music becoming louder as they clink glasses, look at their NFL hunks with affection, and remind each other that "You Belong With Me" was never just about high school crushes, it was also about friends for life. And if I'm being completely honest, nobody really anticipated Brittany would become one of the most trusted confidants of Taylor Swift. However, she is on board now, and it's not just for the photo ops. Swift has found support in her during the ups and downs of her relationship with America's tight end. She has attended Taylor's different events, partied with her inner group, and shown her support at more instances than one. And in exchange, Taylor has been there for Brittany through the birth of her child and 3 sparkly seasons of football. In addition, it is important to point out that the Mahomes have been Swifties for a very long time. In July of 2023, they were caught enjoying themselves at the Kansas City leg of Taylor's Eras Tour, and they were found jamming like genuine Swifties. Speak about loyalty! The fact that Patrick and Travis are best friends simply makes the situation even more wholesome. To think today, their romantic partners are just as inseparable as they have always been. So it makes one question: what is the next step for this formidable friendship? Combining clothes for the Super Bowl, the Bahamas for a holiday with both of the families, an Etsy collaboration between Brittany and Taylor even? Perhaps for a baby blanket? Haha, Taylor's pregnancy rumors have no chill. To tell you the truth, there is nothing that cannot be considered. The reason? If there is one thing that I have realized, it's that Taylor does not take anything lightly, and Brittany doesn't either. Sure, they may have had their fair share of disagreements about who America's next president should be, but that's as serious as it gets. Their friendship is a testament of a sort that incredible things happen when the worlds of professional athletics and pop stars collide. Everything rolled into one. We're talking glitter, touchdowns, champagne, and sisterhood. Additionally, they seriously root for each other, which is a bigger deal than 2 girls cheering for their boy toys. And whether they are throwing confetti after an AFC championship or having breakfast in Manhattan with Selena Gomez, there is one thing that is certain: these two are the ultimate game day besties, and the games are making a return sooner or later. But Taylor's game day antics are not merely a night spent in a suite with her WAG besties. In every sense of the word, they are a Swiftie family affair. Taylor's parents, Andrea and Scott, as well as her brother Austin, who could easily be mistaken for a long-lost Hemsworth, have all been seen present at the events, proudly wearing Chiefs clothing as if they had been season ticket holders since the day they were born. And to put the cherry on top of it all, Travis's mama bear Donna, everyone's favorite, was right there with them, turning the entire situation into a Hallmark movie that is just waiting to happen. And while we're here, how could we not discuss the fact that Sophie Turner was casually tucked into one of Taylor's residences in NYC like a human bonus track during the time that she was going through her divorce from Joe Jonas. Real, supportive, and extremely well-dressed, the Girl Squad is a remarkable group. It is not surprising that Brittany has been able to establish herself as a member of this group. Even her caption game is top-notch. After spending some time in the suite, she tweeted on social media, "Same girl's new bump," while Swift and Lindsay Bell cradled her tummy as if it were a crystal ball that might predict the Chiefs' next victory. However, hold on! That's not the end of it. Enter Caitlin Clark, a basketball superstar who Taylor invited to her NFL box. Keep in mind, she was only one of several prominent faces that Taylor's invited in. It's true, the Golden Girl of the WNBA was seen leaping up and down with Taylor during the Chiefs' playoff game versus the Texans. If you were so famous that you invited the next generation of women's athletes to casually shout with you over a touchdown scored by your boyfriend, of course, the stars would be super aligned in your favor. The fact that Taylor had already delivered Caitlin 4 bags of Era's merchandise, along with a handwritten card, is something that can't be missed out on either. And as they say, you can only positively respond to Taylor's personal invitation to her suite when she extends it to you. There ain't no other option. Caitlin, who hails from the Midwest and has been a longtime supporter of the Chiefs ever before Mahomes and Kelsey transformed the franchise into a dynasty, was a perfect fit for Team Taylor. Observing her put her arms around Taylor as if they were old roommates from college was the epitome of the cool girls who rule the world move. Caitlin further made a commitment to host Taylor and Travis at a WNBA game, and we're yet to see what the star couple makes of that. Can't wait to see it, though. Around the same time, Travis had been falling head over heels in love with Taylor ever since he attempted to give her that infamous friendship bracelet that featured his phone number while she was on her Eras tour. It's true she didn't know what to do with it right away, but it's obvious that fate had a better plan. Fast forward to her first appearance at Arrowhead, where she sat next to Mum Donna and proceeded to legit own the suite with her aura as if it were an after-party for the Grammy Awards. They say that the rest, as they say, is history, or at the very least, the stuff of fictional dreams. She left with Travis, her prince in shining armor, right after the game to go partying, of course. That's all for today, folks.